Hi, I'm Mike Marsh from Marsh Brothers, the pontoon specialist, and welcome to How to Redeck Your Pontoon. This video is designed to help you easily and efficiently redeck your pontoon. Now, before beginning the redecking process, be sure to follow these straightforward steps. Number 1, use high-quality marine redecking grade products. Number 2, have a dry location to put the deck and carpet on. The deck must be completely dry for the glue to adhere properly. Number 3, the glue must cure above 65 degrees for at least 24 hours. And number 4, installing carpet on a lower humidity day will speed the curing process of the glue. Now, before you start your teardown, take a lot of pictures to show later where everything is located and routed. Also, draw a diagram with precise measurements. A few extra minutes here can keep cables and wiring from falling short when you reassemble. And finally, take lots of measurements of where railing and other items are located on your deck. To begin the disassembly process, start by removing all loose items off your deck. Keeping your deck clean will make the disassembly process much easier. Next, remove all furniture except for your console. This will require a second person, as for most of your furniture will be waterlogged and heavy. Once all furniture is removed, it's time to remove your railing. Most railing is attached by bolts that go down through the deck. This can usually be done by one person, but usually requires a second person where your railing crosses the deck. Now that your railing is removed, it will be easier to remove your console. When removing the console, be sure to mark all wires and cables. This will make your reassembly much easier in the future. Now that all furniture and railing is off the deck, it's time to take off the edge cap. Remove the edge cap by removing your corner castings first. This will expose screws that hold on your edge cap. Now that the edge cap is gone, it's time to remove your decking. Your decking is attached one of two ways, either A, with elevator bolts, or B, with decking screws. If your decking is attached with elevator bolts, simply remove the nuts from the backside and pull them through. However, sometimes the nuts just spin. This may require you to go on top of the deck and cut out the bolt. If your deck is held on using deck screws, such as this one, you have two options. One option is to remove the carpet from the entire deck. However, this is not always possible. Another option is to find your screw heads and cut the carpet out away from them. This exposes the heads so that they may be reached with a power drill. Once your deck is unattached, simply flip back the first piece of plywood and cut away the carpet so that the piece may be removed. Now that the deck is gone, it's time to do some checking. First, check the welds on your tubes. Finding a crack now will ease the repair process. Also, look over your cross members and make sure they are in good condition. Next, check all your underdeck hardware and make sure it is tight. Be sure to pay close attention to the transom area, as it is where most loose bolts are found. Now, replace the underdeck wiring. After the wiring has been moved around, any place you have connections under the deck is likely to be corroded, not making a good connection anymore. Save some headaches down the road and replace it all. Now it's time to install your new deck. Beginning at the back, lay all the sheets of plywood on the deck, making sure they are square and properly centered on the cross members. Next, snap chalk lines where you will be installing the fasteners. Install the fasteners in the plywood on the cross member where the plywood is not butted together first. This process will help you to make sure the plywood does not move when you install the fasteners on the joint. If you are using elevator bolts, use at least 3 on each cross member where the sheets are butted together and 2 on the center cross members. However, adding more elevator bolts is better. If you are using self-tapping screws, use at least 5 on each cross member where the plywood is joined together and 4 on the center cross members. Once your deck is installed, sweep or blow it off with an air chuck. Making sure the deck is clean will help when gluing down the carpet. When installing the carpet, roll your new marine carpet out on your clean and dry deck back to front, making sure it is long enough. Roll it up neat and straight and then set it aside. Now, using a 1/8 inch notch trowel, begin applying glue. Start at the back of your deck. If possible, apply your glue out of direct sunlight. This will make your project much easier. If you are gluing in direct sunlight, it is recommended you apply glue to only one half of your deck at a time. If you are in indirect sunlight and you have some extra hands, don't be afraid to apply glue to your whole deck at once. We recommend a good heavy coat, usually 2 gallons on a 16-foot deck and 2.5 or 3 gallons on a 20-foot deck. After the glue is on, depending on the temperature, you will see a slight change in color to a little darker tan. This is when you want to roll out your carpet. Do not put your carpet on too quickly, and make sure the slight color change happens before laying your carpet. The color change is a result of the water leaving the glue. Put your carpet down starting at the rear of the deck. Roll it out straight and flush with one edge. Keep it tight as you roll it out. If you have any wrinkles, work them out by pulling with your hands to the front. Now, staple the carpet across the back, keeping to the edge so the staples will be covered by the aluminum edge cap. We recommend stainless steel staples if they can be found to fit your staple gun. If not, use what you can, and make sure the staples can be covered. Now, go to the front and pull the carpet tight. When everything looks straight and flush, roll your roller over the entire carpet so that you have complete glued carpet contact. It is best to use some type of roller. Floor rollers are best, but you can find something in the garage or even the kitchen, for instance a rolling pin, that will work. When you are finished rolling your new carpet, staple the rest of the edges and trim off any excess tight to the edge of the plywood. Please do not allow your freshly carpeted deck to get wet or rained on for at least 24 hours. Now it's time to reinstall your edging. This is where all those pictures and dimensions you took earlier will pay off. Install the edge cap on first. This will ensure your railing is located properly, as it is easier to measure from. Set the entire rail on the deck and get it aligned and in position, then clamp it in place so it does not move when drilling the deck for the new fasteners. This would be a good time to set the furniture back on the deck and double check for fitment before you drill holes in the deck for the railing. Be sure to place a piece of cardboard behind the drill chuck to protect railing from scratches. When installing the furniture, set all the furniture on the deck and fasten it down. Using new stainless steel fasteners with fender washers is recommended. Finally, after reinstalling the steering and throttle shift cables, re-inspect your pontoon. Turn wheel completely to left and right to make sure your engine turns smoothly. This is to make sure that everything is working properly before you launch. This is also a safety measure. If you have any further questions, feel free to contact us, the Pontoon Specialist, at 1-517-869-2653.